This is Stryker of Enyo, and I'm coming at you with a bunny costume and Wolverine claws, because why? Because it's around that Easter time in North America, and the Logan movie came out, so I watched it, so I put Wolverine claws on a rabbit. It has nothing to do with what we actually do here. Our bunnies don't have claws like that, and they don't go around slaying the innocent. It's we hide eggs that have chocolate in them. It's dumb, I know. And somehow that relates to Jesus, because Jesus came and hid chocolate bunny eggs. I don't know. This is What's It Like. We're taking a look at Steep. So here we go. So Steep is from Ubisoft, and they've actually gone to a lot of detail. You can do snowboarding, skiing, skydiving, paragliding, and skydiving, a parachute. That's about it. So you got like 4 different modes of transportation besides walking around. And the snow and the physics are actually pretty good. You can team up with some friends. You can do some activities. The main claim of fame to this is the fact that everywhere you go is basically recorded by the game. So at any point, you can pop out of the game, go into replay mode, and basically watch what you and your friends did just merely moments ago. It's kind of a fun game, but is it really worth it? Well, like I said, you literally can go at any split second during one of your runs, and you can basically take over from that point, or you can actually just watch a replay and spin the camera around, add different effects. You can always change the weather and time of day for the most part. Well, the time of day at least. So you're not always stuck at nighttime if you don't like nighttime, and you're not stuck with just daytime stuff. And you got replay features. You can spin the camera around, you can slow down time, and the physics are actually, they're really not that bad. The way your guy bails is pretty funny. It's pretty awesome. Maybe not as extreme as something like Skate 3, but it's definitely pretty cool when you wipe out. You're going to want to watch those replays a lot of times.
Pass up this big chance for you to shine.
So it's your basic sports game, right? You don't really have a story mode per se, but you do rank up. You're basically completing trials and whatnot and challenges across the certain section of mountain that you're at. And quite honestly, there's a lot to do. It's actually a fairly big mountain, and you don't get access to everything up front. You got to rank up, and as you rank up, you'll get access to other stuff. Controls are a little more finicky. It's a little hard to realize like when you should be crouching. They try to tell you by using these that yellow area on your screen. You know, they try to teach you like, okay, that's where you should start your crouch, and then you release it in order to jump when you're basically at the tippy top of the ramp. And that's how you get good air. I swear it'll actually be a little hard for you to probably get some big air right from the start, simply because you got to kind of work the timing, and you got to realize that you can't release the jump button at the tip of the jump. You really want to kind of more or less use it or release it kind of in the middle of the ramp itself, or as you're approaching the top. So those little things might irk you a little bit. The game really does try to give you an idea of how the point system works, how you need to be grabbing the board and doing tricks and whatnot. The paragliding. This is paragliding, right? When you just a parachute. I don't want to look it up, but it's kind of fun. You'll be earning gold medals. You'll be ranking up. You'll be slamming your butt into trees. And like I said, it's kind of enjoyable, but there's really not much to it. Aside from that, the visuals really aren't too bad. The snow physics are actually probably some of the best you'll see. Deep snow has definitely a different feeling. The light powder, the hard ice. But you're going to be kind of wondering, like, why am I taking damage all of a sudden? And it's because you're not releasing your jump at the right times, I believe. It's kind of weird. Like, you'll be landing tricks and whatnot, but you're going to be taking damage for your character. And you're like, well, why is this happening? And you know, you got danger zone on the bottom. you know, and good timing, and, you know, a lot of this is going to be lost on you, and you're going to be kind of wondering, you know, how am I progressing in this game and whatnot. But aside from those little finicky things, it's really not a bad game. And like I said, it's actually kind of enjoyable if you are an enthusiast when it comes to snowboarding and skiing, and you know a couple of like-minded friends. It's not really a bad thing. The replay thing is kind of cool. You can take control, like I said, of your run, even like halfway through it. There's different weather effects. It's snow or no snow. It's not like you're going to get raining or anything. I think there's some lightning. But it's got a lot of well-constructed stuff. You know, the people on the team, they definitely know what they're doing. They definitely are really, really trying. It's just a matter of whether your average gamer is going to be able to get into this as much as something like Tony Hawk. I always felt like Tony Hawk was the perfect balance of, you know, Geez, I'm tumbling a long ways. If Tony Hawk was always the perfect balance of letting people that don't know anything about skateboarding or skateboarding culture into their game and just kind of having fun, but offering a deep enough combo system to reward their players. This is definitely trying to do the same kind of thing for snowboarding, but honestly, and quite easily, Tony Hawk is a better game for introducing people. But if you're really an outdoorsman, if you really like, you know, jumping into fresh powder, if you like snowboarding at all or skiing, and you know, you can always consider skydiving to be kind of a little nice extra to it. It's really not too bad of a game, but for full price, the $60 US, that's a bit much. When it goes half off, I'd fully recommend, you know, then, you know, kind of look at the game. Like I said, it's not a bad game. It's got a lot of cool stuff. The point system, you know, works fairly well. You'll probably be exhilarated to do some of this stuff. It's actually kind of cool, and crashing is always fun and always hilarious. But yeah, it's just a matter of, is it worth it to you? So if you can try it out, I think I dented the crap out of my helmet. If you can, try it out. It's got some humorous stuff in it. You can't do a whole lot of changes to your main character's face, but you can do a lot of stuff to the clothing. I'd recommend it at half off at least, or even 60% off. Take a look at it when it's around that price for your region, and you might find a game that ends up being one of your favorite things to play year-round.